What's up, guys? Today, nothing fancy. I just want to come over here and talk face to face with you, see what's up. I am just winging it today. More so because I don't know exactly what I want to talk about. Let me pull up my notes and we'll see what's up. I had a good topic I was gonna bring up. My notes. Discipline over comfort. That's a good topic. Discipline over comfort. So let's talk about discipline. Alright guys, so over my experience, whenever you're comfortable, that's when you start getting lazy. You start not giving the same amount of effort to chase your goals. You lose ambition and drive. For me personally, I've seen myself just get into a routine to where I just go through the motions. I don't put any extra effort than I have to. I just show up and move along my day and go home. And honestly, I'm not productive. Don't get me wrong, I've built in some good routines into my personal life, so I still got the shit done that I needed to get. Such as my workouts. I get my 15,000 steps every day, minimum. I don't come home from work without at least hitting that. And then I get my food macros, my goals, all my calories hit for the day. But when it comes to like everything else, without a structure, I cut it out, or I slip into a routine of just not doing it, playing the extra hour of games or hanging out with the family, which is, I'm not complaining about that, that's always fun. But you just need structure, man. Because without comfort, or without discipline, comfort will ruin your life. My philosophy is if you're not constantly in a state of being uncomfortable, not suffering to the point of discomfort, but uncomfortable in the sense that you don't feel that you know what you're doing, that you're not 100% there, I'm not the guy, like that type of being uncomfortable, you're not growing. Because if you always show up and you act like you know what you're doing all the time, and maybe you do, maybe you are the expert in whatever subject or field that you're in, but if you show up and stay at that level, nobody, I don't care who you are, you don't know everything. People may act like they do, and those are the people that irritate me the most. Someone who just comes off as being all-knowing, and then even when they're wrong and you can prove that they're wrong, they still won't admit that they're wrong because they think they know everything. Those guys, yeah, those guys annoy the fuck out of me. But you don't want to be stuck in that cycle of where you are the guy that knows everything, because you're not going to know everything of everything in every subject. You need to be able to constantly push yourself to learn. There is so much out there that you don't know. Expand your mind, read some Stoic philosophies, read a new book, learn a new subject, expand on the subjects that you already know. Like, there's so much learning to be done that you shouldn't be comfortable, if that makes sense. Always push the boundaries to do more, to be more, to level up your life. So that really stems from my experience in the Navy. So we were always encouraged to be productive. If one of the higher ups walked in and saw us not doing anything, then they'd come on us and ask us why we're not training. And then if we were caught up in our training, you know, they'd kind of leave us alone. But they always encourage you to, most of the time, to go learn other people's jobs and go expand your knowledge and compound your skills, because you may be the expert of one thing, but there's always more to learn. And I kind of took that with me in the rest of life, in my personal endeavors and business and you're never gonna know everything. So don't even pretend like you do, you know? Your comfort is your cage and you built it. I like this quote because it really puts into context life. Everyone is free to do whatever they want, make the choices, decisions that every normal person would make. But comfort's a trap. Once you get comfortable, you're not improving, you're not getting better, you're not advancing in your life. And that's dangerous. You always want to be moving forward, you always want to be achieving more success. The last thing you want to do is become stagnant, like still water. You know what happens to still water? It gets infected with bacteria and disease and eventually evaporates into nothing. Like, you don't want to do that. Discipline is like flowing water. It moves through the valley, carving an everlasting stream of wisdom. You like that? I came up with that. I don't fucking know. We're just chatting. We're just chatting, guys. Alright guys, I want to leave you with this one last piece of wisdom. Freedom lives on the other side of discomfort. You want more? You have to outwork your instincts every damn day. Alright guys, this is Mythic. Peace.